team's confident. Yeah, I think you have to take each game on its merits. You can't sit back on what happened last week. I think in cup finals, anything can happen. So you have to, everybody has to perform to their best their ability, and we have to give ourselves the best chance of success.
Have you done anything different in training this week? Okay.
Not that I can remember. No, not really. I think the emphasis is still on disciplined performance, trying to keep the ball, taking opportunities.
A little bit of extra firepower here with Steve Corica coming into the lineup.
Steve comes in for Curran Ferns, who's captain. Straight forward.
What's Steve's job on the day?
Oh, well, Steve's an experienced player and an experienced coach, so I think he'll be able to give us some leadership on the park, some composure on the ball, and hopefully give us a bit of a winning edge.
Do you expect South Hobart to have a bit of fire in its belly?
Seen away from it by Courtney.
I think so, yeah. I imagine.
Collects. Pitchford gets up with the ball.
I haven't said a word on something going to town. $4 worth of hot particularly.
Decent value for $4 from Louis next door.
Yeah, they probably have the territorial. But Zebras have had a fair bit of
I think the club's been looking to bring a marquee player down ever since
no
we've
real
been
chances to speak of either.
Once again, Walsh on in tight.
An opportunity Steve was available. So we're working on a consensus model.
Are you still looking to play in the number 10 role?
I don't know, we talked about Steve, he said he's pretty handy in goal or centre-back, so we'll keep the options open.
Is it a bit of a cheeky move, getting Steve down for one game at a cup final?
Well, as I said, we wanted to get a marquee player down, it's just a matter of availability. Steve's a busy man, so say fortunately for us, or unfortunately for South, it happens to be this game. We'd have preferred to do it during a league game, get 3 points.
How much do you expect his presence to boost the side tomorrow?
I think it would boost the side, but it could boost both teams actually. I mean, both sets of players want to perform well in front of someone who's played for Australia. That's natural.
There's obviously more on offer, just the trophy tomorrow. There's a chance to go through to the round of 32 for the FFA Cup. What does that mean for the club?
I think to be honest, you have to just focus on this game. I mean, of course, getting a win is important. If we're going to get the chance to play some more games through this competition, that would be good. But I'm just focused about trying to get something out of this game on Monday. Otherwise, you're getting ahead of yourself. Just to focus on this.
What key changes are in the squad this week? Obviously, Karen comes out. What about Betcher? Will he be playing the squad?
Medical advice is that people coming back from Europe, long-haul flight, like training for 3 days. So they won't be part of the squad. Can't put players at risk.
Will Ethan still get a starting berth?
Ethan's in the squad.
Starting?
He's got a chance.
And what about Henry? He comes back in as well.
Henry's back in the squad, yeah.
Does that mean that Josh Fury drops to the bench?
I doubt it. Josh Field's a very hard man to drop.
Will McEwen start?
I've got to keep him guessing. Got to keep him on his toes. I want to get the best out of him.
When do you tell your players, Jeff, whether they're in or out? Is it just before the game or a day before?
I tell the players on Tuesday after training.
On Tuesday, that early?
Yeah, especially younger players. I learned that from Ken. He says it's very important to let young players know so they can get there straight to the game.
Steve start on the field?
Yes, Steve will start. If Steve's not starting, there'll probably be another coach.
Your hand's not been forced. This is your decision.
Yeah, it's my decision. Yeah. It has to be. Otherwise, you have to take responsibility. Otherwise, somebody, you pass responsibility, you're not doing your job.
Steve, looking forward to getting out there and doing the black and white in a cup final?
I am. I'm looking forward to it. Flew in today. We're going to have a bit of a run this afternoon, and then obviously I've got a rundown of the game. Obviously for tomorrow, it's a big derby game, so I'm looking forward to it. Obviously they played last week as well. a good result for us. So, you know, it's going to be hard to match that again, but obviously we know, I've heard a lot about the other teams, South Hobart, and their strengths and weaknesses, and I'm looking forward to the game.
How are you feeling physically, I guess, going into the game?
Physically pretty good. Obviously I've been retired for a few years now, but play over 35s if that helps. So yeah, no, physically I'm not too bad. I obviously won't be as fit as the other boys, but yeah, my touches hopefully will still be okay.
Did you have much of a chat with Zelko about the victory league and the standard of the game?
I did. Obviously, you know, he had a little bit to do with me coming here as well. He come last year, played in a game. He had a great time down here, he said. Probably heard a little bit more today about the standard and obviously the opponent that we're playing against tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, with Jed as well, you know, I wanted to make sure that it's his decision. You know, it's whatever the coach wants, I'll do really.
The stakes are pretty high with the FFA Cup qualification on the line. What do you think you can bring to the game?
I think Jed said it. I've got a lot of experience. You know, very good on the ball. So hopefully we've got some players that will make good runs in behind defence, and hopefully I'll find them, set up, create goals, and hopefully maybe even score goals. So, no, it's obviously it's a big game here in Hobart, and you know we're looking forward to it.
Are you excited by the FFA Cup concept?
I am. I think it's a great idea. You know, obviously the winner of this will play maybe one of the A-League teams. So it's a big match for both teams. And I think the FA Cup itself is great. You know, even for the A-League teams that play, you know, a little bit lower divisions. It's a great competition. It works very well in England. I played in that in England. We made it to the semi-final of the FA Cup with Wolverhampton Wanderers. You know, it's a very passionate tournament, and you know, hopefully one day this will be the same in Australia.
Has this felt a need, met a need in Australia, do you think?
I think it's a great idea. You know, the lower teams playing against, you know, one of the biggest, you know, maybe against the Sydney or you know, a Brisbane Roar. You know, it does bring out brings out a lot of in the younger players. Obviously in the lower divisions as well, they want to play against the bigger teams. It's fantastic for the game.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in on Sunday afternoon. It's very good of you.
Thank you. We're working anyway.
So if Joshy is hard to drop,
He's very hard to drop.
he's very hard to drop.
Yeah.
So would you put Henry at centre back and Josh to the midfield, or vice versa?
No. Would you?
I don't know. I'm not a coach.
Probably just as well. No. It's no changes. Curran's out. Steve's in. Simple. Keep it simple.
And, with the Victory League marquee rules and whatnot, is Steve able to play another game if that was able to work down the track, or?
I guess we haven't looked at that. I mean, it is about availability. I think Steve's training starts in 2 or 3 weeks.
In a week, in a week. So.
You'll be busy. Yeah. Melbourne Youth, the Sydney Youth team.
Yeah.
We'll see how this weekend goes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we both want to have a good game and get some people to watch it. You know, if both teams want to put it on a good performance.
Yeah, what sort of crowd would you sort of hope for? What sort of target number in mind?
You'd hope more than 700.
Yeah.
That's, you know, a good South Hobart Zebras game 500. I think you get more than that, 7 plus. But it's,
Steve, how's young Prendergast done?
He had a very good year last year. Our number one goalkeeper for the youth team he was injured for most of the year, so Tristan played majority of the games. Did really well. Improved a lot, I think. But at the end of the day, it's up to Spider. He's the goalkeeper coach, and you know who we keep and who we let go. So for me, he had a great year last year. We won the league in the youth league, so quite a bit of a distance, and he was part of that. Very good.
When when Stevie played at Wolverhampton, Darcy wasn't born. That's why he did.
There'd be quite a few of them actually.
Ken, you were born when Steve was running around in Wolverhampton. How do you combat a former Socceroo coming into the side in a cup final?
Not too sure. I know we'll enjoy the occasion. I think it's great for Tasmanian football that a quality player, an international player of Steve's ilk is here playing against us in a cup final, so we'll look forward to the match and the challenge.
Does it make it that little bit tougher to get the silverware?
I would think so. As he spoke earlier, he will add that experience and knowledge to the Zebras game as well, so we'll have to combat that. But more than anything, we'll enjoy the occasion, and I'm sure my players will enjoy playing against Stevie Corica and Zebras.
What do you think South Hobart have to do differently to make sure it's not another 3-0 loss?
Well, obviously we've got to make sure there are no surprises, no counter-attacks, and that we play better in attack and score goals. We've worked hard this week, and hopefully we'll do well on the day.
Stephen sends in the ball to the back post. Morton gets ahead to it, over the bar. That's probably South Hobart's best chance so far tonight.
Good thing to lose, but you know, it provokes you, it gets you going again, and it inspires you. And when the news broke of Steve coming here, obviously the players are inspired to lift their game, do well, and we'll go out and put on a performance tomorrow.
Did you say anything that good on Jim?
What would another showing in the FFA Cup mean for your club 2 years in a row?
Well, it's terrific for the game, and we've spoken earlier about, you know, a big team coming down here and a home gate, and it'll be terrific just for the game of football. It's the right time, isn't it, with the World Cup on? You know, the more teams coming in that we can get to play against us is going to make the game better.
With the marquee players as well, obviously, Lonnie City's done it, Hobart City's, Hobart Zebras have done it a couple of times now. Is your club one that would ever go down the path of getting a marquee?
No, I'm not really interested in it. We're building our club from the bottom up, and we're trying to maintain good quality at the top level. We do bring in young players from Melbourne. We have a couple of players, Caleb Ludlow playing with us now, Connor Cass, and they're young lads, 18, 19, who come in looking to, you know, further their careers, and they're doing a super job for us. So we're probably more on that line, bring players in for the season rather than just for one game.
Jaden Hayes obviously cup tied this weekend, tomorrow. I mean, who would come in for him? Is that a bit of a problem?
No, Darcy will slot straight in for him. He was on the bench last week at the start, so he'll pop straight in and we go again.
I meant to right back. Who comes out right back?
Undecided at this stage.
And you've got, apart from Jaden obviously, you've got a full squad to pick from and no injury concerns in the other?
No, we've got 16 players who've trained this week. They've been solid. And as Alex just said, my job now is just to pick the final 11 for the day, and in particular the right back position.
Darcy, how are you feeling going into a cup final, mate? Are you confident?
Yeah, confident, nervous really, but I'm nervous in every game, but just excited to be part of a good cup final.
Do you think there's a little bit more pressure on a game like this?
Not really. Like, there's pressure in every game really, because you never want to lose, but hopefully we play well, perform well tomorrow.
How do you feel sharing a pitch with a former Socceroo and Steve Corica?
Excited, nervous, but just privileged really to play with him.
Do you think he'll inspire both sides to really lift their game?
Yeah, I reckon it'll get us fired up, and Zebras will definitely be fired up, so yeah, I reckon.
What's the, I guess, the inspiration around the group, the playing group? Is the FFA Cup something that the boys really, you know, want to strive for and really enjoy?
Yeah, we're really excited about it, and yeah, we really want to get to the next stage.
Darcy, what difference do you know between the Development League and the Victory League?
It's a lot more intense, like more quicker. You always have to be like switched on, never asleep really, but yeah, just intense really.
Very good. A few extra shots. how old are you, Darcy?
7, 8.
Only a pup there. So what, if you guys do win, or whoever wins, is it a travelling team to come down here to play in the FFA Cup, or you guys travel?
It's a draw, I think, so we could have to, the winner could travel, or we could get a home game. I mean, obviously a home ground advantage would be terrific.
Yeah.
I suppose Melbourne City, no disrespect to Sydney City, Melbourne City would be a good one to have down here, that's for sure. Yeah.
I think they'd send a full squad with Dave Villa.
Well, maybe not, but just the way they're travelling, with the new owners and that. Yeah. But Sydney City, owned by Scott Barlow, would be brilliant for South Hobart, because Scotty is an ex-South Hobart lad, so that would be marvellous.
Okay.
Yeah.
What sort of return did you guys have last year when you played Sydney 58 game?
Yeah.
Was it a big financial return that you guys got? Or?
No, because that was the final and FFT took all of that away from us. The semi-final was brilliant against the Campbelltown team, and I think we're about 750 in at Darcy Street. If you get 1,000 plus there, it's a great atmosphere. And,
You're hoping for a big crowd tomorrow as well?
I think we've had great coverage again, so I'm looking forward to a big day. I think it'll be an exciting day of football. And, we'll certainly be up for the challenge, and I know Zebras are. They're a top team with a lot of leading players in their squad, so it'll be an exciting game, I'm sure. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you very much.